Hello everybody, welcome to Joey T, Leafs Talk, Life Talk, episode 32. Guys, what a time to be alive. Two good games in the last 2 days. We had the Leafs winning last night and the Raptors winning tonight. Toronto FC playing right now. Shout out to the guy who made the shirts. JoeyTLive, Leafs Talk, Life Talk. What's going on, Mary Thomaselli? Timo's in the house, guys. Please share and like the video, guys. Spread it out as much as you can. Pretend it's SARS, but it's a good SARS, and we want to spread it to as many people as we can. Tonight's sponsors that have been helping me all year long: OTR Meals, Metalogics, Vivo Transport, and by Jesse and Joe. Nick Davis, welcome to the show, buddy. So, guys, those are my sponsors, and my fifth sponsor I will be putting on the banner behind me is Joey at jtmoney.ca. It's JT Money Mortgages for all your mortgage needs. That is myself, 416-553-5639. And I also have a story coming out, guys, in the next couple of weeks. It's called Tira Avante. It's called Push Forward. It's a 4-year struggle that myself, Joey Tomaselli went through. It's a great story. It's for mental health awareness, anxiety, depression, and all the stuff that we want to make sure that people don't have to go through and suffer through. My story will be coming out soon. My Life Talk episodes will be starting very shortly, guys. I got some great guests lined up. Everyone in the city, from a good artist, a special friend of mine. We got restaurant owners, real estate agents, everything that you want to hear about that you might not know about in the industry. I'm going to have people coming on one-on-one with me starting in the next couple of weeks. We're going to wait till the playoffs are done here. I think the Leafs are going far. Nick Davis, what's going on? Maria Christina, what's happening? Welcome to the show. And we got Nick Davis. What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? How are you? We got David Beliefs. We got Janina. Hi, honey. Shout out from Janina from Dublin, Ireland. Oh, I love the support from overseas, guys. I hope that's not long distance or show, guys. We'll show my shirt one more time, guys. You can pick this up. I have 2 shirts on sale now: Joey T, Life Talk, Leafs Talk, and Mateo versus everyone. I'll get into that a little bit later. Guys, huge game last night. The Leafs won 4-2. I was at the game. Guys, it felt like the Titanic. And what I mean by that, it must have been the ancestors or the grandparents that got to survive the Titanic. There was only rich people in the stadium. I had to sit in the nosebleed section, guys. It was a lot of rich people, because you do need to have a lot of money, unfortunately, to watch these games right now. Crowd was okay, could have been a little bit louder, but that's what you get when you are charging $600, $700 a seat. It was kind of crazy. Nick Davis, I'm going to be doing a show with Nick Davis, guys. Look forward to doing that with him. We're going to have Nick Davis in Oakville, good friend of mine, real estate agent. He's crushing it in Oakville, does luxury real estate. Look forward, guys, for you guys to seeing that show. Let's get back to the Leaf game. Huge Leaf game last night, guys. Leafs won 4-2. Like I said, I was at the game. Don't remember much. All I remember is we won 4-2. I named a couple people in that game that needed to step it up. A couple people that I wanted to ship back on the 404, which was Plekanec. We had JVR. He finally came about and he woke up. He scored a big power play goal. Went upstairs on Tuukka Rask on a power play. Mind you, it wasn't even a penalty, but at the end of the day, I'll take it. He scored, made it 1-0. Marleau had 2 goals, guys. I think this is why we brought Marleau in on our team. Put him on a line with Plekanec and Marner. At the beginning of the game, when I saw Plekanec on the ice in the second line, I almost ripped up my ticket and grabbed a little milkshake, and I was going to leave the stadium. Guys, I owe an apology to Plekanec. I'm going to actually go tomorrow to Pere-Louis in Woodbridge and buy him a turtleneck, because he deserves a brand new turtleneck. He played his best game as a Maple Leaf last night, played 18 minutes, had 1 assist. And I think the team, I don't know if it was from being at home ice, they freaking looked fantastic. Marner had 2 assists, one of the best players on the ice last night. He was flying. Anderson let in 2 crappy goals, guys. I was ready to give up on Anderson. Then he made a paddle save. I swear to God, I was sitting right above it. I was in the blue, first row. I was looking down on him like Jesus, and I was like, what a freaking save. Me and my buddy Allard Chasey were stunned. We couldn't believe he made that save. Came up huge. Big save by Anderson. Poor guy had like 44 shots. Riley, I think he played his best game as a Maple Leaf. It's good to see Dominic Morin. I felt sorry for Leo, even though Leo, I'm going to come out and say this on my show. I gave you the Malocchio. I'm sorry it worked. Italians can do that to other people. Put the Malocchio on someone, the evil eye. I'm glad you weren't playing because, boy, did it show. Riley's best game. Jake had a much better game. Poor Kapanen, hitting more iron than a blacksmith. He can't catch a break, but I feel like telling him to slow down. He's playing some good hockey. And Johansson, the mask, he came in on the fourth line. He did a good job. And Babcock was under a lot of fire in the last couple of days. And you know what? He stepped up and he outcoached Cassidy, which I still think is from a 1970 TV show, Cassidy. Guys, I have two special guests coming on the show tonight. My buddy David, a.k.a. Johnny, and Wonder Boy. He's still not in university right now, so right now he's shoveling driveways just to put food on the table. I'm going to give both of them a call. Give me 1 second. Let me give David, a.k.a. Johnny, a call right now. Johnny, welcome to the show, guys. I want to introduce to you my good friend Johnny, who grew up with me in Brampton, a.k.a. Castlemore. Johnny, welcome to the show.
Johnny, pleasure to be here.
Oh, Johnny, guys, I want to give you a little input on Johnny. He's been on the show, I believe, once or twice before. Him and his dad ran a great business, and he pretty much pursued his dream and became a personal trainer. About a couple of months ago, maybe 7-8 months ago, I had a talk with him. He was out of shape. He wasn't looking too good. I said, I'm 10 years older than you. I said, Johnny, it's time to get your shit in order. My man got an 8-pack now, pecs. He's on fire right now, one of the best personal trainers in the game. Johnny, why don't you tell everyone where you're working right now?
I'm right now, I'm at a gym in Kleinburg. It's called Incline Fitness and Rehab.
Okay.
Obviously, we offer personal training, but we offer a bunch of other services as well. Acupuncture, we do rehab, physiotherapy, you name it, we do it. So it's a great place to work, and I'm honestly, I couldn't be more happy with the way things have turned out.
Oh, Johnny, I love hearing stories like that. Johnny, is it possible people could check you on Instagram or call you to book an appointment? Because once they see your Rocky IV body, like I feel like working out every time I walk by you, never mind look at you.
Absolutely. My Instagram is _DCAST, DCAST17, and the gym is Incline Fitness. On Instagram.
Guys, wow, I'm telling you, take a look at this kid. This kid, I swear to God, if he's not Rocky Balboa, he could be a stunt double. The kid's on fire right now. Pecs, I swear to God, he could save 2 people drowning. They're floats right now. Well, Johnny, I know you're a hardcore. I love this guy. I grew up with this guy. He loves the Leafs just as much as me. All week we've been saying to each other, I don't know, Johnny, if we're going to be going to the game. Johnny, listen, guys, we call each other Johnny. We know our names are not Johnny, but we're both Johnnies. Right, Johnny?
Absolutely, Johnny.
So I knew Johnny knew, and he knew about this Johnny, that we were both going to the game, but we were playing with each other's emotion. And then on my Insta story, who do I see in the stadium? I saw Johnny, and I know when Johnny was looking at my Insta story, Johnny, who'd you see?
I saw you, Johnny. I saw you and your buddy.
Yeah, and you're with your good close buddy. We only go to the games with the same person. Johnny, let's get right into it. We were both at the game. Here's a couple points that I saw, and I want you to run after I tell you what I'm telling you right now. There was 3 players that I saw that I said needed to go. One was Leo, one was Zaitsev, and one was Plekanec. Thank God we kept Plekanec. I did not think, I said to everyone 10 minutes earlier, Johnny, I'm going to go to Père Louis tomorrow and buy him a new turtleneck, because goddamn it, he deserves it.
Yep, Johnny, I have to say I was one of those guys that was ready to send Canada back to Montreal on the first one back. You know what? After watching the way he played in that game, it reminded me a lot of what happened in, I think it was 02-03 against the Islanders with Shane Corson. Right?
Oh.
We got hit with some injuries, and then all of a sudden he got Shane Corson checking Alexei Yashin.
I remember that. He shut him down. That's right.
And you think all of a sudden we're done, and he did probably a better job than anybody else would have done. I can't remember who our center would have been that year, but I believe it was the year. No, I think Sundin was in there, but I can't remember who it was. Anyway, he did a great job last night, and I couldn't have been more impressed. Zaitsev as well.
How lost did he look the first 2 games, though, Johnny?
He had his moments. He had his moments where he looked a little unsure, but for the most part, he was a lot stronger on the punt than he has been. And I would even say the last 10 to 15 years, he looked really good.
Johnny, you could pretty much compare it to the way you are in the bench press incline right now. The way you are now is not the way you were a couple months ago. But Johnny, I could even compare the way Plekanec played. Remember when Matt Sundin broke his wrist and McCauley played on a line with Roberts, and all of a sudden they were the dynamite duo? It was almost, that's the kind of feeling I got last night when I saw Plekanec play.
You know what it was? And I think it's, you come to a new team, especially coming to, basically your most hated rival, and you get basically placed on a fourth line. You're playing 3 to 5 minutes a game. That's probably a big shot to your confidence. So
I agree, but it really 18 games he didn't show much.
You check the stats. I think in the third period he played about 7 to 8 minutes, which is like what he would normally have.
In a game.
So for him to feel, I'm important again, I'm sure that resonated with him, and he wanted to step up in a big way, and he definitely did that. And you know what? It couldn't have come at a better time.
Well, buddy, that's a great point. And now I want to know, do you think Leo deserves to come back in the lineup? I personally think Leo should take a flight back to Finland right now and call it a career. What do you feel?
You know what? We don't know what's going on. We don't get to get into that dressing room. 100% they look better since Leo's been out. But we also know that Babcock loves Leo. He does something to the team that we don't know about. And you know what? I trust the powers that be. Babcock is where he is because of who he is, and I do push-ups for a living because that's what I'm good at.
Absolutely, and I just walk the streets. I don't need Tinder or Bumble, so I know what you're talking about there. But what I'm trying to get at, I believe you can't break up a good thing. I was really happy with JVR's first goal of the game. I think he was invincible the first 2 games. That was a huge goal, and technically it wasn't even on over the glass. It did go off, I believe, a stick or the boards. We got lucky there, Johnny. Marlowe had his best game as a Maple Leaf, and I believe Marner, next to Anderson, was the best player on the ice.
Yeah, I would probably agree with that. I would even say, probably not on that team level, but the guy that really stood out to me last night was Dominic Moore. I thought he had a really good game.
Listen, that guy, Johnny, that's another great point. That's why Johnny's on the show tonight. Dominic Moore always shows up in the playoffs, whether he was with Montreal Canadiens, whether he was with the Rangers. That guy, when the playoffs come around, Dominic Moore, he comes up big. I actually was really proud, Johnny. I don't know if you felt the same way. Morgan Riley. Morgan Riley was feisty. He was hitting. He was slashing. I think he took a chunk out of Marchand's nose, but it's still 9 inches long after the slash. But he played fantastic.
He did, and you know what? He did have a shaky start to the game. I will say he wasn't who he normally is at the beginning of the game. I don't know when it happened or what happened, but he turned it on. I'm pretty sure it was about midway point of the second period for the rest of the game. He was the Morgan Riley we know. Like the guy who's not he plays with a bit of an edge, but he's focused on what he knows he's good at, which is moving the puck, pushing the play, and being responsible defensively.
Absolutely. I thought he played the most roughest I've ever seen him play. He was on fire last night. I thought he had a great game. Anderson, those 2 first shots, Johnny, I've seen you make saves in your driveway better than that. And when he came up big on, what's that guy, Kaepernick, whatever his name is, that Glover he made on him. And then, Johnny, I was sitting above that paddle save that he made, which is probably the save of the decade right now. I'll put my money on it. What a freaking save, Johnny, that was.
I'm still trying to figure out how he stopped that puck. I really don't know how. I'm happy he did, but I don't know how.
He doesn't make those 2 saves. We're down 3-0. We got a question from Kevin Medeiros for me and you. David, a.k.a. Johnny, poor Uncle Leo, send him home. Let him prove it. Hopefully there's still lots of hockey for the Leafs. Listen, Dominic Moore plays hard. He's a grinder, which I agree with Kevin. I do not want to see Leo on the ice no more. I think Leo does not have room. I'd rather have the mask Jim Carrey Johansson on the 4th line than having Uncle Leo.
You know what? I can't say you can't predict these things, right? If you're gonna go by that logic, then you don't put Kadri back in that second line, right? Like where Kadri goes onto the fourth line, if that's the logic you want to take, you can't break up the Plekanec line, right? So
speaking of Kadri, Johnny, how happy do you think he is that he's going to be playing another game in this series?
I think he's thanking his lucky stars. I think Kadri, for the first time this season, in one game, we saw the Kadri of old, the Ron Wilson Kadri that had no sense at all. And he, for a good 5 to 10 minute period in game 2, he literally, or was it game 1? I think it was game 2. Yeah, no, it was game 1, right? That he took the
Yeah, game 1, he lost his mind. He took a run at that guy's temple. He almost ended his life. And what he really did was hurt our team more than he hurt that guy.
I will say this, and I don't ever want to, say to go and intentionally hurt somebody, but you're going to do that stuff, fourth line guy. Like,
It's not worth it.
Run at someone, make it worthwhile. Hit Marchand, hit Bergeron. Don't go after a guy like that. It's only a win-win situation for Boston.
You know, another thing, too, that doesn't get enough credit, who doesn't get enough credit, was Lou Lamoriello. When they picked up Plekanec, I'm like, what the hell do they need that guy for? Well, he was needed last night as a second-line center. I still couldn't believe it. The opening face-off, I looked at my buddy Archesi. I looked at you 70 rows away from me in the upper bowl, and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? But again, they grabbed him for that reason. Any center was gone. He stepped up in the second line, and I hated his guts up to 7 o'clock last night. If I could shave his goatee with acid, I would have dumped it on his face. But he came up huge, Johnny, for us. Huge.
You know what? It's a little bit of a catch-22 because I feel that he's still not confident in the offensive zone, but the way he plays defensively makes up for that. That's the only reason why I would say I'm not like I would say to keep Komarov out because I feel like at some point Plekanec is going to find it offensively. We know that Komarov has no offensive abilities at all.
None whatsoever.
He's definitely our worst offensive forward by far. I would put Matt Martin on a line before I put him.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%, Johnny. Kevin Medeiros made a good point. I want to ask you a question after this point. Kadri would be pumped to play. When he comes into Boston, he's going to be ready. But what do you do now? Like, I know this sounds stupid. Do you put Kadri, obviously, I think I would, back in the second line? And do you put Plekanec back in the fourth and give him a 7-8 minutes where he looks like he's walking a dog that is not on a leash and he looks like he's a crazy person out there?
To be honest with you, and I've noticed this has been Babcock's kind of mantra all season, if you take a step back, if you get injured, you haven't dealt with the suspension yet, but if you take a step back or get injured, when you come back, you got to earn your spot again. And in my eyes, Plekanec earned the right to at least start again in that position, which he will get because Kadri's still out for one more game. If he does it again one game,
I agree.
You start Kadri on your fourth line, unfortunately, and you make them outplay each other. You create a little bit of internal competition, and it can only benefit everybody.
I agree, Johnny. I might even do this. Put Bozak on the fourth line, put Kadri on the third, and Plekanec did a great job, especially on home ice when you get the last change. Okay, they were a -7, that first line, Bergeron, Marchand, and that other Kaepernick or whatever his name is. Even though Anderson made 97 saves, at least until you get to Boston, you got to see if they win Thursday. Obviously, you're going to have to go with that same lineup. I know Babcock ain't going to change shit, but you're going to keep it the same. If they win, I agree with you. I'd keep it as is. Tucker, Kadri in there on the third or fourth line, and go to Boston and try to win one. Johnny, you gave me a good point. I want you to tell our viewers, or my viewers, because it's not our show, it's my show, but I love you like a brother. Talk to me about the comparison that you have with this Maple Leafs team with the 93 Toronto Maple Leafs team.
Well, I mean, we've been comparing them, all season long. We've been basically shattering any records that they formerly held or any other Leafs team has held. There's been comparisons, like I said, from even last year to that 93 team, just because of the way we were built and the skill level we had. So if you were to go back into check the history on that 93 season and the way the playoffs went, Johnny, I know me and you have already talked about it. Games 1 and 2.
They got crushed.
They got blown
crushed in Detroit. Bob Probert had a hat trick. Everyone was scoring. The people in the third row were scoring goals that game. They got crushed.
But even more in depth to that, so if you look at the box scores, the Leafs allowed 12 goals to the first two games.
Identical. Written off for the series.
This year in Boston, we allowed between McElhinney and Anderson, we allowed 12 goals in between those first two games.
Well, Johnny, that's a great comparison.
Game 3 into Toronto in '93, the Leafs went in and they won it. Johnny, you know what the score was in Game 3?
Tell me it was 4-2, Johnny, please.
It was 4-2, Johnny.
Oh my God, you're a psychic and you're built like a Greek god.
Johnny, not only that, in the first two games of that series in '93, Doug Gilmour couldn't find the score sheet. Even if he went into the box keeper's little box there and looked for it, he couldn't find it. We both know Matthews couldn't find it.
No.
Game 3 in Toronto, he decided to get on the score sheet. He didn't score a goal. He got about 2 or 3 assists. However, he got on the score sheet. Matthews the same thing.
Well, I'm thinking, Johnny, that's a great point, guys. Johnny deserves a round of applause. If you're at home in the bathtub, stand up. I don't care if you don't got your towel around you, because I can't see you anyways. But Matthews, I think he saw my shirt, Mateo versus everybody, because when he was right underneath me. He hit, only Matthews could score that goal he scored last night. And when I saw him pump, oh, that was disgusting. That should have never went in. He was skating like an Igor Paul Coffey up that wing when he scored that goal. But how pumped were you when the crowd was saying Austin Matthews for 5 minutes after his goal?
Johnny, you know what? It's very funny. I had mixed emotions about that. I loved it because, yeah, you know, Austin Matthews is great. But at the same time, we got to stay focused on the team. There's a crest on the front, not the name on the back. And although Matthews is our best player, we got to be behind the whole team. And I felt like, yeah, it was a good chance, and, you know, it got the crowd going. But at the same time, we're the Leafs. We're not.
No, I agree, Johnny. And I like to fool around with my shirts, Mateo versus everyone, but they're selling off the racks right now, so I have to disagree with you there. And it's like if we went on vacation with the 8 of us and all the girls went for me, I would be like, listen, we're a team, like Johnny said, but at the same time, you can't all cheer for me. There's Johnny doing sit-ups for a reason. Well, Johnny, thank you so much for coming to the show. Guys, check Johnny on Instagram. If you want a good personal trainer, this guy, if he could... The way I look at personal trainers, if a personal trainer's on in shape, guys, get the hell out of that gym. This guy's jacked for a reason because he knows what he's doing. Check him out on Instagram. My good friend Johnny, a.k.a. David, thank you for coming on the show, brother.
Johnny, always a pleasure, and go Leafs go.
Absolutely, brother. Love you, bro.
Prediction on here, if the Leafs win their next game 3-2, just like the '93 team did, buckle up for a series.
Oh, we're playing the lottery Friday if that happens, Johnny. But we're not going to split it. I'll take it all. But Johnny, I love you. I got to go. I got another caller calling in. All right, Johnny.
All right, Johnny. All the best.
Love you, buddy. So, guys, that was some good input by Johnny. We're going to get Wonder Boy on the phone, guys. Wonder Boy just got a new endorsement from Calvin Klein Underwears. He's on fire. He's pumped up. Let's get Wonder Boy on the phone here. Wonder Boy, what's happening, brother?
Nothing much, just excited from this Raptor game. Big win.
Okay, Wonder Boy, I'm going to give you a couple things to talk about. I talked about the Leafs for 15 minutes. Let's get into Raptors game tonight. Huge game against Washington, game 2 at the ACC. What the heck happened tonight, Wonder Boy?
The Raptors went off offensively. That's all there is to it. It's 52% from the field, 45 for 87, 44 first quarter points. Most in franchise history.
That's crazy, Wonder Boy. 52% doesn't sound high because that was my average in high school, but I guess when you play basketball, that's a good percentage.
Yeah, of course.
Yes. How is the TFC doing? I know they're playing against, I think, Corona or Heineken, one of those teams from Mexico. What's going on in that game there?
2-1.
Who won?
2-1, they lost.
They lost 2-1. Wow. 2 away goals. That's not good for our boys, Javinks and company, going back to Mexico in a rowdy stadium, down 2-1. Oh, yeah, that's going to be a tough task for those boys from TFC. I hate hearing that, guys. The game, I guess, was live right now while I was doing the show. We got the Raptors up 2-0. Wonder Boy, I really think the Raptors are going to take care of Washington in 5 games tops. How do you feel about that?
I'm 5 at home court.
I think we're going to win the series in 5 games. I don't like the way Washington's playing. I think Milwaukee's down 0-2 to Boston right now. You got LeBron James struggling with his team against Indiana. If by some miracle Indiana could beat Cleveland, I'm not saying they are going to beat them because LeBron James is the best player in the world right now. If Indiana comes out of that series, we come out and we play Indiana the next round and say it's Boston versus Philadelphia or Miami, we might go to the finals, Wonderboy.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. We can handle Indiana. Cleveland is the only team I'm scared of. I hate LeBron James.
I agree.
And I can't stand him because he always plays good against us.
I think Philadelphia, everyone's so pumped about them. They've won 16 before they last night, but they played a lot of teams that are bottom feeders. Philadelphia doesn't have the bench to ride with us, Wonder Boy. The only one that scares me is not even a team, it's LeBron James. That's it.
He can take over. He has this team. He can take over. He can do what he wants when he wants, and that's because he's the best player in the world.
It's almost like, no, when he walks into the kitchen table, if he wants to grab something, me and you just watch him grab it. There's nothing we can do about it.
Exactly. Nothing we can do.
No, it's like shoving the driveway. Who would you rather have shoving the driveway, me or Nunno? Nunno's LeBron James. Me and you are Lowry and DeRozan. We're good at it, but we're not the best. How do you feel about Thursday's game? What do you think the Maple Leafs need to do to win Thursday's game, Wonderboy?
Maple Leafs, they still are shaky defensively. They have given up 40 shots. Anderson in the third period still on his head.
Thank God.
Took over the game. He did allow 2 shaky goals, which shouldn't have went in, but third period with that 6-8, he absolutely robbed Pasternak. That was disgusting.
Oh, I agree, Wonderboy. I know he had 2 bad goals in on him, but those get washed out with those 2 saves he made on Pasternak or whatever his name is. What a save with the paddle, Wonderboy. Like I was telling Johnny from the earlier caller, that save was unbelievable. I don't even know how he got his stick. He must have broke a wrist when he made that save. That's not easy to do if you practice that 100 times to make that save. It's almost like a 1 in 1 million chance of making that save, and he made it last night. Matthews' goals,
it was crazy.
Crazy. Even
Absolutely crazy.
Mateo's goal, Wonderboy, I was there looking down on him. It's like he looked at me with my T-shirt on, Mateo versus everyone. It's like, this one's for you, Tomaselli, you handsome prick. And he roofed it upstairs. What a shot.
Oh, it was post to post, post to crossbar, wherever none that keeps the cookies.
Unbelievable. We got Maria Christina Marchese. Great show, Joey Tomaselli. Best of luck to you all. Thank you so much, Maria Christina. My nephew's on the line, a.k.a. Wonderboy. He got his new shirt. How's that shirt feel? You going to bed with that shirt tonight?
I'm wearing it right now, actually, matter of fact.
Just don't wear it in the shower. That's when things get a little weird. It starts shrinking. Make sure you hand dry it. Or not even hang dry it. Sorry, not hand dry it. You're not a karate kid. Hand dry the thing or hang dry it. And make sure you don't put it in the dryer. Wonderboy, I'm so pumped for Thursday's game. I know you're a little bit too young to remember the 93 Toronto Maple Leafs team. They got cranked.
I wasn't even born yet.
I know that, brother. I have to wait another 6 years for you to come into my life. But they got cranked the first 2 games at home in Detroit by crazy scores. They came back home 1-2 and they took the series to 7. If they win tomorrow night, this series is definitely going to 7 games. We need them to come out on fire because you know Boston's first line, Toucan Sam, Bergeron, and Slapperknocker, they're going to come out on fire Thursday night. Mark my words.
Oh, they're gonna come out flying. We just gotta be ready for it. Backhouse gotta get the boys ready, and they're gonna come out flying.
How happy do you think Kadri is knowing he's got a game left in this series?
Oh, I think he would have been devastated knowing if we got swept 4-0 and there's nothing he can do about it.
Oh, he would have had a rough summer. Rough summer. Do you know they were going to do a piece on him, Wonderboy, on Hockey Night in Canada about how much he's matured and everything. Then he did that hit. They scrapped the idea for the next day, for the next show.
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah, I saw that the other day. They had a whole segment of how far he's come, and then he goes and knees the guy in the head like he's Van Damme in Bloodsport. So it is what it is. Huge game Thursday. I'm predicting another 4-2 victory for the Leafs. What do you got, Wonderboy?
I'm going to say a 5-3 victory for the Leafs.
5-3 victory for the Leafs. That's not bad. I'll take that. That's not bad at all. Okay, guys. Well, Wonderboy, how about the Raptors? Do you think they could go to the finals?
If we do not get Cleveland in the semifinals, we can go to the finals.
That's a tough we.
Yes, Cleveland.
I agree with you 100%, guys. We got Wonder Boy shirts. Joe Pistone, welcome to the show, guys. We have shirts for sale now. JoeyTLive. My website will be coming soon for JoeyTLive. I got a couple new sponsors. I can't wait to show you and share you who they are. Website's coming on board. You could go to at JoeyTLive on Instagram. I have some shirts for sale. Come and support your Maple Leafs. Come and support Joey Tomaselli and Wonder Boy. Wonder Boy's school right now is canceled, York University, so I'm selling the shirts to send them back to another university. That's the whole plan, right, Wonder Boy?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I had an exam Saturday. I show up to my exam, it gets canceled because the ice storm.
That's the story of life. That's the story of everything, buddy. And
now, Joey, I have two little trivia for you about the Leafs.
What's that?
Things I think pretty interesting. So, one question for you. Who do you think played the most out of the forwards for the Leafs?
Last game?
Yes.
Well, Plekanec?
No, Zach Hyman.
Zach Morris Hyman.
1835.
Never knew that. That's why you're the stat boy. Okay, what's the second question?
More. Everybody says Boston's a more aggressive team than Toronto. Toronto, 38 hits. Boston, 27.
You know what? For some reason, that's a great stat you have there, but for some reason, Wonder Boy, they weren't playing like that in Boston. I don't know if they thought New Kids on the Block was in the crowd because they're from Boston. They didn't look right in Boston, but that's why home ice is such a huge advantage. Watching them hit, I know Marchand got cranked in the first period. Riley was throwing hits. They have to play like that in Boston when they play Saturday night. Also, again, the series is over because at the end of the day, Boston gets 4 home games. We only get 3. We can't go shot for shot at home. We're not going to last.
100%. If we played like that when we were in Boston, we would have came out of that 2-game homestand with at least a game under our belts to win.
Listen,
we'd be up 2-1 instead of Boston being up 2-1.
If I'm Babcock, I replay the game while everyone's eating lunch tomorrow and be like, let's watch this game over. Just copy what you do. Make Anderson stop less rubber. Poor guy. Like, you know what? I saw a good segment on Tim and Sid today, and Sid went off. Usually he goes off a little bit too much, but he went off today. What do you expect from Anderson? He had a bad first 2 games, and everyone's like, Anderson isn't the good player, isn't the good goalie. Poor Anderson's he has the most shots all year on the poor guy. He has a couple bad periods that our defense out to lunch, and we blame Anderson. Meanwhile, that guy's getting pylons, rubbers, chairs shot at him all game, and you can only do so much when you're in net when you're Anderson.
Exactly. I completely agree. Like, Anderson, most games for the goalies this year, most shots, and many times this season, he bails us out with 50-plus saves, coming out with the win, and we can't hang him like that. Like, it's not right, because he just bails it out, and it's our defense. It's not Anderson. It is our defense.
Oh, it's definitely our defense. I think they can only do so much. Anderson can only do so much, and, you know, he gets blamed sometimes, and it's not fair.
Exactly, and the only thing I'm worried about is if we do go deep into the playoffs, will Anderson get tired from all the games he's played this season?
I think he's only used to getting 40 shots a game. I think he actually plays better when he gets 40 shots. And if the defense start playing defense, let's just get by Boston first, and let's hope for the best.
Boston, then we're going to get through Tampa.
And that's it. Well, you never know. If New Jersey wins Game 4, this is what the playoffs are all about. It's about momentum. You go to a bar, Wonder Boy, at York University campus over there, you talk to 3 girls, they don't like you, you talk to 7 more, and it's called the law of averages. You got to keep going and keep grinding it out, and always be polite, because we were raised by women, both of us, in our household. So that's all it comes down to. I want to give a special shout-out to Sandra Fiera with her beautiful boyfriend, Mark. I got a nice shirt for both of you guys. Sandra, I work with during the day. She helps me. If it wasn't for her, JoeyTLive wouldn't be live on the air right now. She's one of my good friends. She helps me out a lot. Sandra, welcome to the show. Christina, welcome to the show. Wonder Boy, thank you so much for coming on tonight. Love you, buddy. Huge game Thursday. No problem. You can come on anytime you want. Let's just pray for TFC. Hopefully, when they go back to Mexico, they don't run into Chapels and all those other players. They just play a good game, and I don't know if they could score 2 goals in Mexico and win 2-0. It's a pretty hectic environment to be in, but let's pray for the TFC and hopefully for a big win. Guys, again, check out my t-shirts at JoeyTLive, at JoeyTLive on Instagram. I could specialize your shirts. Anything you want in the back, let me know. I'll take care of it. Wonder Boy, thank you again for coming on the show, brother.
Hey, no problem. Take care.
Take care, Bello.